Hello folks, well here we are, somewhere at a secret gym in Yorkshire with, I've got the mountain himself, the guy from Game of Thrones, the Europe's strongest man, and I'm going to turn right over to him, and here we go. I've got Thor. How are you?
Good, thank you, man. Good, thank you. A good training session here at Dennis Adler's gym. Very happy with my performance today. As long as with Graham Hicks, he came here as well to train with us. So I'm very happy with today's training session in preparation for Europe's strongest man.
Well, I'm just going to show people a shot of that. So that's Europe's strongest man, and we'll tell them where it is. It's at First Direct Arena in Leeds, and it's on April the 7th. So, I mean, the question is, are you ready for it?
I am indeed. I'm in very good shape right now. Been training very hard, and yes, I couldn't be more ready.
Well, I'm just going to show people a little clip of how you are getting ready. And just to remind people, you are actually in a secret gym somewhere in Yorkshire, acclimatising already for the big event. And here's something that you just did a little earlier. Let's just put this on. So we're just having a look at that. How much weight are you lifting here?
I believe this was my last set, if I'm correct, and this is 200 kilograms.
I mean, this is no mean feat, is it? I mean, it takes a bit of doing, doesn't it? Something like that. I suppose you've been working up to this for years, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've been training for. I've been training all my life. I've been training strongman for 10 years now. So it's a lot of work that has been going into this.
And here's a picture of you recently in shape, but we're going to cut to the real deal. Here you are today, and I mean, I've just got to show it. I mean, when you see you on TV, you look impressive. Here, you look impressive squared, like ×2. How much do you weigh now? How big are you?
I am currently around, in kilograms, I'm 192 kg.
192?
Yeah.
And how much are you capable of lifting at that weight?
I mean, I'm very strong, and I try to train all the events well enough, so I'm overall strong enough to win any show that I compete in. I believe this year I am in my best overall shape ever. So I'm very much looking forward to this year.
I mean, your shoulders they're so bright. Where do you buy shirts? How do you manage to actually buy a shirt that fits?
Luckily, there are few shirts in the world that have few companies in this world, as well as my sponsors, SPD, Rogue, that have 5XL, and myself as well. I make shirts myself, and I have 5XL also. So it's not everywhere, obviously. It's obviously a pain in the ass to go shopping. You know, I don't really do that often. But you know, it's.
And how big chest are you? I mean, in like inches, how many?
In inches.
Yeah, I'm testing you now, aren't I?
Yeah, you are. I think in
centimeters.
Centimeters, 158.
Wow.
If I remember right, I might be wrong. You know.
I'll try and work that out later, but that's way beyond anything I've ever had to wear. I must admit, it's huge. Now I'm just going to put a slide up here just to show everybody. Obviously, a load of Game of Thrones fans loved you in that. You made kind of a global impact doing that. What's that? What else is happening on the acting front? Are you any more plans?
I'm obviously still on Game of Thrones. I'm now filming the last season.
Oh wow!
With them at the moment. Luckily, nothing right now. I'm filming actually later this year more. Been filming a little bit with them. But my next filming day is luckily after all my competitions, which fits perfectly into my program, you know. I'm doing a lot of things, to be honest with you, but right now, at the moment, I'm just focusing on strongman.
Yeah, and you're looking fighting fit. Now, I've got to ask, the big rival that we had was with Eddie Hall. Now, I mean, how does that sit? I mean, I'm going to put a picture of Eddie up here, and I'd like to think you guys are still friends, but I don't know if it's got past that point now. I mean, what's the current situation?
nothing, you know. There's nothing going on my behalf, you know. I'm just focusing on myself. I'm just training myself, you know, with my friends at home. So I'm not sure what he's doing. I've heard some rumors that he's trying to break the
log lift record, I think, isn't it?
Log lift records.
Are you going to try and stop him?
Good luck. Good luck. My main focus now is to win the Europe Strongest Man title. You know. Would be good for him to win that title as well. He has never won that, you know. We'll see how that goes for him, you know.
Well, I think everybody's tipping that you are going to not just be the next world's strongest man, but you're going to be the next strongest man for the next 10 years. I mean, is there anybody else out there to touch you?
There are a lot of great strongers out there, you know, a lot of great strongers out there, and a lot of new ones coming up as well. So, you know, next 10 years, I'm not sure about that, you know. We'll see how it goes. You know, I'm obviously doing a lot of other things in my life. You know, family, and you know, doing strongman for the next 10 years more than I've already done. It's gonna take a lot on the body.
And I guess, you know, you have to get pumped up for the show, but mentally you've got to get pumped up. And I suppose having somebody like Eddie who's in the room, it helps you. There's a bit of rivalry there. That's good for business, isn't it? That makes you want to do it a bit more.
I mean, yeah, definitely, man. I think it makes the sport more popular. You know, it makes the fans more interested. You know, they want to see the rivalry. They want to see the guys fight. You know, obviously there is. You know, it's hard to not to hate the next guy who's trying to beat you. You know?
I guess it's a bit like boxing or wrestling or anything, really, isn't it?
Yeah, not that I hate them. You know,
Well, we've just got to clear that up because there was a bit of a spat over World Strongman with you and Eddie, and
I heard some rumors about that he wasn't happy that I didn't shake his hand.
Yeah.
I'll just shake his hand at Euro Strongest Man and I will make him happy, you know.
Good. But are you also going to beat him?
At Euro Strongest Man, 100%.
Yeah. So I'm now talking to the Europe Strongest Man. I'm going to be talking to the Europe Strongest Man at the end of April, am I?
Yes, 100%.
And then what about the end of the year? Am I going to be speaking to the World's Strongest Man?
100%.
All right. Well, listen, thank you for taking a short break out
of
your...
Thank you for having your time to come here and talk to me. I appreciate that.
Thanks, buddy. And what I'm going to do for people who've not been to one of these events, I'm just going to show a bit of Britain's Strongest Man that we did in Sheffield recently, just so they get an idea what to expect. Thor, thanks for your time.
Thank you, man.
Third place, Mr. Terry Holmes. Graham Hicks in second place. And Eddie, the Beast Hall, is Britain's Strongest Man 2018.
The world's strongest man, Eddie the Beast Hall, retained his Britain's Strongest Man title at Sheffield Flydioso Arena for a record 5th time, but today in an exclusive interview he described the win as a miracle after battling a secret crippling injury. It all came down to the Atlas Stones, and Eddie, albeit a determined Graham Hicks into second place with Terry Hollands third, ripped off his shirt Hulk Hogan style, and the crowd went wild.
I had a really bad injury 7 months ago, dislocated my hip, and the journey to this has been horrendous, more mentally than anything, because all the pressure's on me to win it, and obviously with the injury I've had, it's been a horrendous lead up, so to pull it off quite comfortably, I wouldn't say too comfortably, is a miracle, because, you know, 2 months ago I couldn't even deadlift 200 kilo. So this is quite a, you know, it's good, very good. I also don't go out and try and dislocate your hip, but if anyone has dislocated their hip, they know what I've been through, and it has been, you know, I was in a wheelchair for a week. The recovery was horrendous. So, you know, I'm very lucky to be standing, yet alone winning Britain's Strongest Man.
You didn't reveal any of that beforehand. Was that a psychological thing?
Yeah, I don't want the competitors knowing that, you know, I've crippled myself a few months back. So it gives them the edge mentally. So, you know, it was obvious I had an injury because I've been limping around the place and people have been talking, but nobody knew the extent.
In your book, you were saying that 60% Eddie Hall can beat anybody else. What were you today? Were you 60%?
I was probably about 75, 80.
Yeah.
Yeah, nowhere near my strongest.
Well, listen, the next one, April, Leeds, First Direct Arena. You're going to be there. You're going to be Europe's strongest man.
Europe's strongest man. We've got me, my arch rival Thor. So you know we've got a score to settle. So me and Thor are going to have our Europe's.
Fantastic. All right, well done.
Thank you very much.
So there we go. I've just been showing people Britain's strongest man, Darren. You're going to be bringing now Europe's strongest man.
Yeah, Europe's strongest man. Leeds Arena again, 7th of April. So we're just down here with these guys, just testing the equipment and making sure everything's ship shape. So only a couple of weeks to go. 2 weeks tomorrow, in fact. So yeah. Everyone's looking good for it.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, tickets-wise, they're pretty much gone out there. I mean, there's still some opportunity.
Left. You can still get a ticket, but nothing major. Yeah, we're on course for a great show. All the athletes, nobody's dropped out. Everyone's training hard for it, and they're putting some big lifts up on the internet. It's quite interesting these days. You can more or less see what people are doing before they get there, you know. But everyone's very, very close for that top-end log lift, and obviously they're all fighting the Europeans to try and get the European title.
I've just been, obviously, we've just been talking to Thor. I mean, he's doing some work here. We're saying it's a secret gym somewhere in Yorkshire. I don't suppose you could tell anybody where it is, else he'd be mobbed, wouldn't he? This guy's a superstar.
Well, yeah, it's my own gym, but I tend not to tell anyone when the guys come down, just because, you know, we end up with lots of people coming to see the guys, and it's more about their preparation for the show. There's a lot of opportunities to meet and greet the guys, and I like them to come and actually do some good training and make the most of the time they've got here, rather than having loads of fans here. Obviously we put on a platform for the fans as well to make sure everyone gets to meet the guys, but it's difficult. These guys need the time to be able to just get their head down and train and concentrate, you know.
Well, you know, there's a lot of talk about Eddie, obviously. I've got a picture of him up here, winning World's Strongest Man. And the rivalry between these guys. Thor seems to play that down a little bit today, but I guess he says he's going to shake his hand when they get in the room. But I think the rivalry pumps everybody up, doesn't it?
I think it does, yeah. And I mean, I think a lot of it is there is some real rivalry there between competitors, but I think a lot of it obviously is you know, the fans as well talking about things. And but the fact of it is, obviously there was some controversy at World's Strongest Man, and they haven't seen each other since. So in any circumstance, it's going to be awkward. But they're both gentlemen, and I'm sure they'll work it out. But let's not mess about. They both want to beat each other. You're the strongest man. That is a fact. And just
remind people what Thor's doing down here today. I mean, he's literally flying in, flying out, isn't he?
He's flown in today, just sort of staying at mine and doing a workout and flying back. It's very important for him that he gets his hands on the kit, which all the athletes are invited to use at any time they want. So I sort of make it fair like that anyone can come and test. It also helps me because it means the equipment's tested correctly, rather than just turn up on the day and things go wrong. Everything's been tested. So I'd rather it went wrong in training.
It does attract a bit of an audience though, doesn't it? I'm just going to put my camera over here and just show that there's loads of kids and families and people that have kind of been coming to have a look all the way through. And it's not every day that you get the Game of Thrones mountain in your gym, is it? You know?
No, we do. The guys come in here quite often. Yeah. You know, all the top guys come over and train, but as I say, we generally keep it low key. All right.
Well, listen, I'll not keep you long because I know you've got some more work to do. But I'm hoping that we've got Bill around. So I think we're just going to have a quick chat with Bill Kazmaier, who's going to give us a bit more of an heads up about what people can expect at Europe's Strongest Man at First Direct Arena at Leeds, April the 7th.
Thank you.
All right. So yeah. So here we go, Bill. Always nice to see you. I love that big smiley face of yours.
Thanks.
Now we're here today and people are training ahead of the Europe's Strongest Man. Can you just tell people, fans who've already bought tickets or still got a chance of buying one, what to expect?
Well, a really amazing show, starting off with the Log Press World Championships. That's going to be incredible in by itself. But then car walk, deadlift, stones, farmer's walk. You know, to look at that log press and realize that guys like Kearney and Oberst, Big Z, the world record holder, Hicksy, Thor, and Eddie Hall, the current world's strongest man, mixing it up, going for the world record. It's going to be truly incredible. I can't wait. It's 2 weeks away.
Do you know what, Bill? This sounds like watching the final of World's Strongest Man. They've got some of the greatest men on the planet there, the strongest men on the planet.
Yeah, I forgot one, Iron BB from Africa. This kid is amazing, young, and so powerful overhead. He's going to throw his hat in the ring, too, for the world record.
Yeah. And I think we've got another one that I'm going to try and grab, actually, and we've got Graham Hick, who did really well recently at Britain's Strongest Man. How do you think he's going to go on?
Well, Graham Hicks is really amazing. You know, he had a little bit of an injury setback a couple of years ago. He's fought back hard, and he's in incredible shape. He's going to do extremely well overhead. He's fast. He's good with the farmers. He's good with the stones. He's good with everything, and he's such a competitor.
And people will be able to see them for themselves soon when Europe's Strongest Man comes to Leeds. And I've got the guy in front of me here, Graham.
Hey.
Congratulations, first of all, on Britain's Strongest Man. I mean, you were up on the podium there.
Yeah.
What's going to happen at Leeds First Direct on April the 7th?
Main goal for me, obviously, it's the Log Lift Championship. So we know what the weight's going to be. My personal best, the competition's 212. I would be very disappointed if I don't beat that. So I'm aiming for 213, hopefully 220, and if I'm lucky, I'll get to field 230 and have a go at the world record. You know, we'll just see on the day.
Well, Eddie's promising to break world records. It sounds like you're going to have a go at it as well.
I'm not making any promises. You know, I saved my best lifts to the show. Training's going very well. 200 kilos is very easy. So I think there's a lot more to come. If I'm fully rested, who knows?
Well, listen, good luck, Graham. I don't want to interfere with your training. I know that you've got quite a bit to do, but I just want to remind everybody again, so that's Europe's Strongest Man, and that's coming to Leeds First Direct Arena, and that's on April the 7th. Just a little while earlier, we were talking to Thor, whose arch rivals, obviously, Eddie Hall, world's strongest man. So we're going to actually have the world's strongest man teamed up, facing off against Europe's strongest man for the Europe's Strongest Man title on April the 7th at the First Direct Arena. We caught up with Thor actually doing a little bit of workout. I'm just going to show you what he was up to a little earlier.
Let's go. Oh yeah, come on. Okay, nice up. Power. Nice weight. Good.
Well, there you go, guys. In Europe's Strongest Man coming to First Direct Arena in Leeds on April the 7th. If you've never seen anything like this, get yourselves there. This was Britain's Strongest Man in Sheffield only about 6 weeks ago. We'll show you that. It'll give you an idea. Jump on. I think there's a link on this post if you want to go on and try and grab the few remaining tickets for Europe's Strongest Man. This has been Graham Walker. Please share and like this post. Tell all your friends. This is going to be awesome.
Third place, Mr. J. Holmes. Graham Hicks in second place. And Eddie, the Beast Hall, is Britain's Strongest Man 2018.
The world's strongest man, Eddie the Beast Hall, retained his Britain's Strongest Man title at Sheffield Flydale Arena for a record 5th time. But today, in an exclusive interview, he described the win as a miracle after battling a secret crippling injury. It all came down to the Atlas Stones, and Eddie, albeit to determine Graham Hicks into second place with Terry Holland's third, ripped off his shirt Hulk Hogan style, and the crowd went wild.
I had a really bad injury 7 months ago. I dislocated my hip, and the journey to this has been horrendous, more mentally than anything, because all the pressure's on me to win it, and obviously with the injury I've had, it's been a horrendous lead up. So to pull it off quite comfortably, I wouldn't say too comfortably, is a miracle, because 2 months ago I couldn't even deadlift 200 kilo. So this is quite a, it's good, very good. I also don't go out and try and dislocate your hip, but if anyone has dislocated their hip, they know what I've been through, and it has been, I was in a wheelchair for a week. The recovery was horrendous. So I'm very lucky to be standing, yet alone winning Britain's Strongest Man.
You didn't reveal any of that beforehand. Was that psychological thing?
Yeah, I don't want the competitors knowing that, I've crippled myself a few months back. So it gives them the edge mentally. So, it was obvious I had an injury because I've been limping around the place and people have been talking, but nobody knew the extent.
In your book, you were saying that 60% Eddie Hall can beat anybody else. What were you today? Were you 60%?
I was probably about 75, 80. Yeah, nowhere near my strongest.
Well, listen, the next one, April, Leeds, First Arts Arena. You're going to be there. You're going to be Europe's strongest man.
Europe's strongest man. We've got me, my arch rival Thor. So you know we've got a score to settle. So me and Thor are going to have our Europe's.
Fantastic. All right, well done.
Thank you very much.